We all know Jingliu specifically is going to want a healer on her team. If you want to know why, just consult that little birdie over there real quick. Healers are like the keyboard and the mouse to your gaming PC. Without them, your PC is an expensive room decoration. Your damage dealers won't be doing any damage if you're getting smacked around and falling onto the ground sniffing the cement. I'll be covering all the healers in this game from Lady Fu to Natasha. Spoiler, Natasha's segment is going to be like 5 seconds long. Let's begin with the 4 stars, starting with our newest healer, Lynx. Lynx has everything you want from a healer. CC removal? Check. Healing over time? Check. Emergency healing? Check. Aggro manipulation? Check. Max HP increase? Check. Named after a cat? Check. She's not Luocha, but if Lynx is all you have, she is keeping your Jingliu team healthy. The comfort level won't be as high, but your teams won't be dropping like flies. Do remember that Lynx's skill has an aggro manipulation when used on destruction or preservation characters. It makes them much more likely to get hit. So be careful when you use it on Jingliu, because even though she gets energy when she gets hit, you don't want 5 enemies lining up to get a piece of the Jingliu pie. Moving on to our second 4-star healer.
Nice to meet you, I'm Natasha, an underworld doctor. Feeling sick?
Natasha. If Lynx is the iPhone 15 or the Samsung 23 for you green bubble people, Natasha would be the iPod in this scenario. Why would you use an iPod over an iPhone? Thumbs up to anyone who can convince me of using an iPod over an iPhone in the comment section. If Natasha is all you have, then I highly suggest getting an upgrade. She's not bad, but every other healer in this game is straight up better than her. She is basically Krillin in a group of Saiyans, the strongest Earthling in the world, but can't compare against the aliens. Continuing on to the big guns. First, Bailu. Some of you like her, some of you hate her because you lost your Luocha 50-50 to her. Some even go as far as calling her the Honkai Chi-Chi. But Bailu is an excellent healer. Of all the healers we have so far, she might be the second best at healing. Well, just healing. That's where the rest of her weaknesses are. Bailu just heals. She does nothing else. Imagine if your printer can only print. It can't scan documents, it can't fax. Wait, do people still fax nowadays? It can't go wireless. It can't make my bed, it can't clean my room, it can't do my laundry, it can't do my taxes. It can only print. It's in the name, printer, it prints. Bailu, healer, she heals. Did you know Bailu in Chinese actually means healer? Okay, I lied, but some of you believed that for a second. I know it may seem like I'm giving her crap because she only heals, but her heals are very, very good. So what's the conclusion here? In certain fights, when the enemy boss seizes your team, Bailu won't do it. She can heal a Jingliu team, of course. If any of the other bosses stuns your Jingliu, she's basically doing the mannequin challenge for a turn or two. If the boss doesn't have any hard CC, your Bailu is going to easily support Jingliu. You won't even feel the HP dropping. Before I talk about the star of the show, Luocha, the man who gets a showcase in every leaker's gameplay video, let me power through our special guest, Gepard. Gepard is not a healer. He is what we call a sustain character. He keeps your team alive, but not through healing. In a regular team setting, he is all you need to keep your team alive. Some of you Gepard owners are getting carried by him in Swarm Disaster. The issue is, he has anti-synergy with Jingliu. Gepard does not heal. That means any chip damage cannot be restored. And with no HP regen, your Jingliu team will eventually run out of HP. His shield doesn't mitigate. For example, his shield won't prevent Blade from losing HP. Okay. 2 more left, Lady Fu and Luocha. I'm going to be honest here. If you have one of these two, put them with Jingliu. These two are leagues above the rest of the characters mentioned so far. Bailu, more like Baihu. Lynx, more like Lost and Found. Remember when I said Lynx has the whole package that a healer wants? Xuan and Luocha have that package, and it's a much bigger package. Xuan is even more ridiculous because she has harmony traits built into her kit. She provides crit rates and crit damage if you have her E1. I won't read out the whole kit because I'm sure you all know what they do by now, but I'll talk about the differences between the two. Starting with number 1, healing. Xuan is not a standard healer. In fact, she's not even an abundance character. She keeps her team alive through her damage mitigations. By using her skills, her allies take reduced damage, they gain crit rates, increases their max HP, and there's a shield that prevents your teammates from getting CC'd, but only once. It has to be refreshed by using her skill again. Her only healing comes from her ulti. Every time she uses it, her team heals. Remember the earlier comparison I made about Bailu being a printer? Well, Xuan here is the printer that do your taxes, make your bed, and even cook you a nice dinner. Her only flaw, if you can even call it a flaw, is that she's not capable of producing big healing numbers. This is very similar to the issue that I have with Gepard, but Gepard was even worse. Gepard can't heal, so Jingliu will not work with Gepard. Xuan on the other hand, she can heal, even if it's not a substantial amount. The damage mitigation is so effective that even as Jingliu's team has their HP chipped away, Xuan can gradually heal it back. Additionally, thanks to Xuan's damage mitigation, the other members of your team won't fall victim to a surprise one-shot. What about Luocha's healing? Luocha can heal with his auto skill, his flower field, and his regular skill. He has so many healing options, it's almost impossible to lose with Luocha on your team. Luocha is almost tailor-made for destruction characters. His flower field allows you to heal your entire team whenever your team member attacks. That means when Jingliu is attacking, you will gain HP instead. That sounds incredible. His instant skill acts as an emergency heal and emergency cleanse. Luocha is simply better at healing than Xuan, but they are about equally effective at keeping your team alive. It's honestly a matter of perspective at this point. Do you want whole team to constantly have more HP sitting pretty with no sweat? If so, then Luocha wins this. Alternatively, do you prefer to hover around a lower HP threshold while your team does more damage? Remain safer from crowd control is at a reduced risk of getting one shot. If that's the case, then Xuan wins this. Number 2, let's talk about SP. Luocha is a SP battery. He's next to the likes of Tingyun when it comes to being the gold standard of SP positive characters. Xuan will need to use her skill more often because she wants to charge her ulti faster. In fact, most of her rotations involve her using her skill after 1 or 2 basics. Luocha, on the other hand, does not need to use a skill until it's necessary for manual healing or cleansing. If the boss doesn't have any crowd control, then Luocha might even be able to go through the entire fight without using his manual skill once. Of course, he still will be using his auto skill, but that doesn't consume any SP. However, what you're getting out of Xuan's skills is much more valuable in my opinion. As mentioned before, her skill provides a stat boost, damage reduction, and CC prevention for the whole team. Yes, you heard that right, CC prevention for the whole team. Plus, every time Xuan uses her skill, she recovers more energy because of her trace. This means she can charge up her ulti faster. Don't get me wrong, Xuan is also SP positive, but just not on the same level as Luocha. In conclusion, Luocha may be more SP positive in most scenarios. However, Xuan's skill is so useful and overall superior to just a regular heal and cleanse. It's worth spending additional skill points here and there for Xuan's skill. It still boils down to the perspective at this point. Do you prefer having a Luocha who uses less SP? Or do you prefer Xuan who uses a bit more SP, but the skill does more? Number 3, I don't really have a third point for comparison. All I want from my healer is to keep my team alive and generate SP for me. If you're one of those lucky individuals who have both Xuan and Luocha, first of all, I want to say congrats. and I hate you. I have neither. I'm here stuck with a Bailu. If you have Xuan and Luocha and you're complaining, then I feel like a man dying of thirst watching another man drown. My point is, try them out with Jingliu. See which one feels more comfortable for your playstyle. Some people may prefer Xuan, others may prefer Luocha. If you only have one of the two, then there's no competition at all. The other healers don't come close to these two. So if I was forced to give a ranking of the best match healers with Jingliu, my 1A and 1B choices would be Xuan and Luocha. They are essentially a side grade of each other. My B choice would be Bailu in most situations, but if you need a cleanse, then use Lynx. Lynx also have a better synergy with Blade than Bailu does with Blade. Finally, if you only have Natasha, then she will have to do for now. I repeat, Luocha and Xuan are Jingliu's best match healers. This is as of patch 1.3. I can't say rather this may or may not change in the future. Who knows? We don't know if there are any other healers coming out in 1.5. There's no way Honkai will release another healer in 1.5, right? Right, people? If you watched this far, thank you. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if you disagree with every word I've said. Consider subscribing if it's convenient for you, it means a lot. If you disagree with anything I've said, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, have a wonderful rest of the day, and bye bye.